Hey guys, it's your girl Jade. Um, it is Thursday. I'm sitting in my car, as you can tell. Um, I know it'll probably never get seen, and that's okay. Just in case it ever does, though, this is a message to the Green family. My heart goes out to every single one of you. Um, you're in, you're in a lot of people's thoughts and prayers as you go through everything. Um, I'm not going to say I'm sorry because I know when you lose your best friend who is a parent, I'm sorry is not one of the things you want to hear after a while. It gets to the point where you want to just hit the next person who says it. So I will say just that my heart goes out to you, and I do know the feeling. A lot of people don't, but there's quite a few of us out there who do know the feeling of losing your best friend who happens to be your mom or your dad. Um, Also, want to say it's okay to cry on camera. Don't ever let anybody tell you it's not okay to cry. You let those tears flow as long as you need to take. You're going to have people tell you after a certain amount of time that it's been such and such time. You need to stop grieving. Don't listen to those people. You grieve as long as you need to. It's different for everybody. Hold on one second. Okay. It's okay to grieve as long as you need. There will be times, even years and years later, that you'll find something or see a picture and you'll break down and cry. And I'm talking like 5, 6, 7 years down the line. I mean, you're going to cry for quite a while about it, just memories and things. Um, I know this because I've gone through it. And people say it gets easier. I don't think it gets easier. I think that you learn what to avoid, and you learn like when you're able to actually look at certain things or hear certain songs, things like that. Um, so it's a learning thing. You learn what you can and cannot look at or hear, and eventually you'll get to the point where you will be able to hear like a certain song that they loved or look at a picture without crying. So it's not that it gets easier. You just learn what you can and can't look at or hear. To a certain point, yes, it does get easier. Um, this glare is killing me. But yeah. And something like what me and my sister did with my mom is um, we didn't get to have a funeral service like the Green family is doing for Angry Grandpa. We actually had the state pay for the cremation of my mom because we just didn't have the money for it. Um, and we went out. I don't remember how long later, but we went out and celebrated my mom's life. Instead of mourning her death, we went out and celebrated the life that she had. Um, and maybe that's something that you guys can do when you get past we were still crying every day, but it was one of these moments that we just went out. It was near her birthday, I think. And she was like how angry grandpa is grandpa to a lot of people. My mom was like a mom to a bunch of my friends, my sister's friends, and we had these people come out and we celebrated her life. And it was something that it helped where we were laughing and not just sitting there crying over everything, even just for a little bit. It's one of the things that you'll remember, like the friends that are there trying to make you laugh even just for a few minutes. Um, be warned that when you have someone that comes up to you and they don't say sorry and they just give you a hug, that you may just break down and cry just because of that gesture that they showed, just giving you that hug. They don't even have to say anything, they just hug you. Um, when it comes to people wanting to see you, don't be like, don't tell them, hey, I don't want to go out and see anybody, I'm just going to sit at home. Sit with them. Most of them just don't even care that you're not going to talk or anything. They'll want to sit there and just have their arm around you, even if it's just for you to cry on their shoulder, just so that you know, hey, they're there for you. Um, so yeah, it hurts. It's going to hurt for quite a while. And I know this from personal experience. It's been 6 years for my mom, who was my best friend, and I had her living with me. And it still hurts to this day that I don't come home and she's waiting up for me to talk about how work was. I do envy you for one fact, is that you got to bring your dad home and he died at home. My mom didn't want to die in a hospital, and I wish I could have brought her home. So, just even talking about that, just see things like that, you'll end up tearing up over. Um, so, yeah, it may get easier. In my eyes, it doesn't get easier over time. You just learn. Um, yeah. So my heart does go out to you guys. Um, and there's a lot of people out there that do understand, and their hearts are out there for you. You're in their thoughts and prayers. Um, and yeah. So that's all I gotta say, really. Just celebrate his life. Celebrate everything about him. Mourn his death, but also celebrate his life. Because as you said, if he's anything like you say he is, he's not going to want you to sit there mourning him all the time. Celebrate him for who he was. So, anyway, guys, bye. Love you. Deuces.